What's up, y'all? Still out here at the range, as you can see behind me, trying to knock out a couple more tests before I pack up and get out of here. It's getting chilly out here, but I got a couple more in me, I think. As you can see by the title, we're moving back to the good old 45 ACP on this one. I hadn't done a 45 ACP in a little bit, so I figured it was overdue. As you can see, got the chrono, got 2 blocks of gel. Now, I've done several tests in this gel already. This one here is pretty full. This one, I've got one 9mm test done. I'll leave some links to these different ones if y'all hadn't seen them already. But like I say, for this one, we're moving back to the 45 ACP, and as you can see by the title, we're kind of working on expensive round versus a budget round. What we got here is we got the PMC bronze 185 grain jacketed hollow point, and we got the Remington golden Saber 185 grain bonded jacketed hollow point. So 2 very similar rounds. Cost wise though, a vast difference. Like these rounds right here, I've been picking these up quite often from my local shop. For a 50 round box, it's $27.99. This box alone was $29, so 50 for less money than 20. So a huge price difference. Now, like we've always talked about, money's no object when it comes to saving your life or personal defense, but if you can get the same performance for half the cost, you'd be crazy not to. Like I say, both the same weight here. Now, there are some differences in the looks of them. Obviously, the golden Saber is nickel plated case, where it's just a plain brass case on the bronze. The projectiles look similar. The golden Saber looks like it's got some spiral cuts on it, whereas this one's got some straight cuts. Really deep hollow point on this bronze, not so deep on the golden Saber. So what that equals in the gel, we'll find out here soon enough. Now, what I'm running them out of today is the good old Rock Island full size 1911 5-inch barrel on it. So we should be getting everything that these rounds have to offer for sure out of this full size 1911. I'm really interested to see what these rounds do, especially these bronze, because I've been buying a heck of a lot of them just because of the pricing, and I've yet to test them in jelly. So today's gonna be make or break to see if I've been wasting my money or not. So let me get everything set up and we'll get started. All right, y'all, as always, we're gonna get us some speeds on these things and see what we're working with. I'm gonna start out with the PMC bronze first. I'm gonna do a 3-round average on them, see what these suckers are moving. Here we go, y'all. $875, $894, and $877, so pretty consistent. Let's check out the average. All right, so the 3-round average on the PMC bronze was 882 feet per second. So let's check out those golden Sabers. All right, let's see what the golden Sabers is doing. We're gonna do a 3-round average on these also. Here we go. $922, $937, and $972. So we definitely got a little more speed out of these. Let's see what that average is. All right, so the 3-round average on the golden Sabers was 943 feet per second. And if you remember on them PMC bronze, it was 882, so you're talking about a difference of 61 feet per second. So 61 feet per second faster out of the golden Saber. That's getting close to 10%. So I'd say that's probably a significant amount, but let's see what that equals in the gel. Let me get y'all reset. Y'all know what time it is. All right, y'all, it's gold and bronze jelly time. We're gonna start out with the PMC bronze down here on the jelly, see what it does. I'm gonna try. It's kind of a weird spot where I've gotten kind of right in the middle with this test right before this one, but we'll figure it out. I'm gonna try to put it low and to the right over here. Hopefully it don't go out, because I'm trying to leave enough room for one more test in here. So let's see what we can get, y'all. All right, that was a perfect hit. Let's go down there and see what happened. Well, this is why I really like doing these tests, y'all, because that stuff right there just performed absolutely awful. I've got like 5 boxes at 6. I think I got about 6 boxes of that actually. Like I said, they're only 27 bucks for a box of 50 hollow points, and they acted just like a full metal jacket. You'll see here in just a second, and that's a 5-inch barrel, so going any slower is just gonna, it's not gonna make any difference. You're just gonna get less penetration penetration probably, but it's not going to help. It's not going to help it expand with less velocity. Those things are absolutely not worth the money as far as a hollow point. Now, the saving grace is at 27 bucks, that's about to go and rate a full metal jacket now anyway. So I didn't waste a bunch of money on some really expensive rounds at least. So anyway, let's take this shot at this golden Saber, and hopefully it does better. It's got to do better than that. So let's see what we get, y'all. I think I might have went too low trying to be stingy with the room. So let me go down there. I may have to take another shot. Yeah, that one touched off the bottom of the board down there. So I don't want to count that one. It looks like it expanded actually, but I don't want to count that one. Let's make a clean one on here. We'll try to go a little bit higher, a little bit to the right. See what we get here. There we go. I think that's good. It still went a little bit low, but I think that one should be able to get used. Let's see what we got down there. All right, y'all. I think that one's actually good. It did almost the same as that first one, but it's still a little bit low and got kind of into a little bit of air bubble down on the bottom because of how that gel gets molded and how it cools. So I'm trying to stay out of that nice clear area because there's one more test I want to do today, but I'm gonna move it on up. We're gonna take some of it up, y'all, just to make sure we get a good clean test. All right, that went above that first one. That one should be good. So let's go check those out. All right, y'all, that golden Saber was a good one. It came to rest down towards the bottom after where it stopped, but it didn't touch none of the bottom or anything, so that's a good one. That being said, I'm taking another shot, not of the golden Saber, believe it or not. I'm taking another shot voluntarily of the bronze because I feel like those results of no expansion at all, it warrants just to verify that is what happens with that. So let's take one more shot with this bronze. I'm gonna try to, I don't know where I'm gonna go. We're just gonna see where it ends up here. I'm gonna try not to take up too much clear space, but I'm gonna use some of it. All right, there we go. That was definitely right in the center. So whatever happened there is definitely legit. So let's go check all this out. All right, y'all, let's take a look at this tangled web we've woven down here. So as you can see, both of these are the golden Sabers, and then there's another golden Saber behind this one that looks almost exactly the same, and it's this projectile that's sitting here. But these first two, so my first shot was actually this one that's sitting here. My second shot was this one that ended up here. My third shot is the one that came to rest right here. Now this one's close to the bottom, but it's not touching the bottom at all. It's got a really nice full wound channel. It never touched the bottom. It just, when it hit that little bit of a gap right there, it stopped right there. So that's totally valid test. To be honest, those other two probably were too. You just couldn't see the wound channels as good. We'll use that one as far as like the very clean, untouched, contaminated test there. But anyway, that's the wound channel on it. Really nice wound channel on all of those golden Sabers actually, but the one we're looking at mainly here, this one here, very, very nice wound channel on that, carried all the way through. Looks like it's sitting sideways. The other two, one of them sitting forward, one of them's looking like it wanted to turn a little bit sideways but didn't quite make it. Now these PMC bronze, very disappointing, very, very disappointing for a hollow point. I don't know if you can see in the back there, right here, that one in the back, that was the first shot. Totally no kind of wound channel other than like just a regular, any kind of projectile would make. Going in here, passing into the second block, and it's behind this projectile here. I'll get some measurements on it and show you there, but it's behind that one, completely forward, no expansion on it whatsoever, no deformation, no nothing. It looks just like a full metal jacket. So then that last one we took of the PMC bronze went in right here. It's got a wound channel, but nothing like a hollow point. You see it goes there into the second block here and stops right there forward. As you can see, no expansion on that whatsoever. Now, like we always say, a lot of people actually run full metal jacket even for defense out of a 45. And don't get me wrong, these would definitely do what you needed to be done. Full metal jacket, hollow points that don't expand, any kind of 45 is going to get the job done. My thing is, and luckily I didn't pay a hollow point price for these, but if you pay a hollow point price, a premium for an expanding hollow point, that's what you want it to do. You want it to expand. You don't want it to act like a full metal jacket, or you could just buy a full metal jacket. So that's very disappointing. Again, I don't feel like I wasted money because of the cost of them, but as far as a hollow point, definitely very disappointing results right there. So let's check out the actual penetration measurements. So this first PMC bronze went all the way out here to 23 inches. 23 inches is where it's come to rest, going straight forward. So no expansion at all on that. The other PMC bronze here is at 20.5 inches. So 20.5 inches, again, absolutely no expansion whatsoever out of either one of those PMC bronze. Now looking from the top here, this PMC bronze does actually have a nice wound channel, actually, now that I'm looking at it from above, but it's just not what you pay for in a hollow point. Now as far as the golden sabers, the first one went out here, and they had right much penetration on them too. Now this one out here went to 21.5 inches. This one down towards the bottom went to 19.5 inches, and the one we're going to settle with as our actual test subject is out here at 17.5 inches is where it stopped, and then it rebounded a little bit before momentum went to 17.5 inches. I want to give y'all a quick look above at this PMC bronze, the second one we took. That's it right here that we're looking at. So as you can see, actually a pretty nice wound channel on that thing. Then it went all the way out here and stopped right there, unexpanded. But like I say, that's actually a pretty nice wound channel on that for something that did not expand at all. All right, y'all, let's get some of this sweet projectile data here. So obviously over here are the PMC bronze. Now, they do have a little bit of deformation. I don't know how well that'll come through. I think y'all can tell. This one here was the one that went the furthest, the first one, and this was the one that didn't go quite as far, the second one. But neither one of them, as you can see, I mean, their mouths open just a little bit, but nothing you'd call expansion at all. So very poor performance out of these for hollow points. I'm really disappointed in these. Now, it's through something like a carbine size, you know, you may get something out of that. Maybe I'll have to pick something up to try that. But as far as a handgun, I mean, that's a 5-inch barrel. There's just no way. That is not hollow point performance whatsoever. I mean, that's just poor performance. Now, the Golden Sabers, on the other hand, hold totally different story. They were all perfectly valid tests for sure, because they all look basically identical as far as expansion. All three of them peeled back super nicely. This one, well, just a little asymmetrical, but all of them peeled back very nicely. Really nice expansion on them, and still had excellent penetration. So these are some really nice 185 grain 45 rounds for sure. But let's get some weights on these things and see if we lost anything. These didn't lose anything, but I'm just curious what the weight is, see if they actually are 185s. 183.6 on that one. 184.2 on that one, so a little bit short, but I'm sure that's probably within their margin of error when they load these things or cast them or whatever. Now, as far as the Golden Sabers, let's check these out. Obviously, they started at 185, got 184.7, 184.4, and 184.6. So right on the money on these Golden Sabers. So very nice rounds right there so far. Now, as far as the sizes, obviously we didn't get nothing on this one. We'll measure it up, but we didn't get nothing. 0.45 right on the dot. So, yeah, you didn't get nothing on that. 0.45. I mean, even I can measure it at the tip, but I don't think the tip's anymore. Yeah, the tip's less. So yeah, it didn't expand at all. I mean, nothing, y'all. That's terrible. That's terrible, y'all. All right, let's get those out of the way. The Golden Sabers, they all look about the same size. I'll get a couple measurements on each one. So 0.63, 0.61, 0.60, 0.60. And the last one here, 0.61, that's a big piece there, 0.64. So very nice expansion on all of those Golden Sabers. So yeah, I don't think there's much left to be said on this. Which one would you rather have? I think that's a no-brainer right there. The penetration on these Golden Sabers was excellent. The expansion was excellent. These are some really nice 45 ACP rounds for sure. Now, like I said, these would definitely still do the job. You saw the wound channel on this one here. Really nice wound channel actually for something that did barely opened up at all. The penetration was probably more than most people would want, especially if you start going through barriers and you get any kind of clogging, it's probably going to go even further. So for a hollow point round, it's just not up to par. Now for a round that would take care of business, either one of these are going to do the job, but this is without a doubt the far superior round. All right, y'all, I had to swap hats, and I don't know what happened to the 50 degree that was supposed to show up, but it sure didn't come here today. I can tell you that much. It's done got cold out here, completely overcast, but we got another jelly test in the books. I'll be honest with you, this one was pretty doggone disappointing for me because I've got so many of these PMC bronze rounds. Y'all know if y'all watched any of my ammo hunt videos, I've bought a bunch of these. Like I said, I've got about 6 boxes of it just because they were so inexpensive, $27.99, 28 bucks a box basically. For hollow points, for 50 rounds of hollow points is a fantastic deal. Now when they perform like full metal jackets, not so much. That's about the going rate. 25 to 28 bucks a box is the going rate of full metal jacket 45 ACP right now. So that's the only saving grace, is that I didn't waste a pile of money, hollow point type money on all these things. So it's just basically like I got a bunch more full metal jacket. Now the Golden Saber on the flip side, absolutely fantastic performance. Excellent expansion out of all 3 of them. Even the ones I kind of flubbed and got too close to the barrier down at the bottom, they still got absolutely fantastic expansion, absolutely fantastic penetration. So the best of both worlds out of these 185 grain Golden Sabers. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this test down in the comments. What do you think about these PMC bronze being such a poor performing hollow point? And what do you think about the Golden Sabers performance? As always, if you enjoy the video, make sure you hit that thumbs up, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell notification icon so when I upload new videos, you can get notified and check them out. I really appreciate that. Check my Amazon storefront affiliate link down in the description. Like I always ask you, I'm not asking you to go shopping on Amazon if you don't already, but if you already do your shopping through Amazon, hit that link up first. It takes you right through Amazon like normal. It takes no extra time, no extra money, and anything you buy anywhere on the site through Amazon after going through that specific link, I get a kickback from Amazon towards the channel, so I really appreciate that. Appreciate all my Range Game members who reached out and hit that join button. Like I always tell you, that definitely does help, and I thank y'all for that. A big thank you to everybody who watches all my videos, who thumbs up, subscribes, and leave me comments down below. Let me know what you think about this test. Obviously, you can tell I'm definitely disappointed in these PMC bronze, but let me know what y'all thoughts are on this. I filmed a bunch of stuff out here today y'all probably already seen before this one, but I'm probably already on the next batch by the time you're seeing this one. And I got one more I'm gonna try to squeeze in out here. If the light will hold up just long enough and the weather will hold off just long enough for me to get it done, I got one more I'm gonna try to do. So y'all stay tuned for that. In the meantime, stay safe, stay prepared, and I'll see you soon.